Li, the Ein Soph. All of creation emanates from the Ein Soph. But creation, in essence and in potency, is not equal to the Ein Soph. The Ein Soph irradiates intelligence, a power by means of its divine uncreated light. An intelligence, a power that, if it originally participates in the perfection and infinitude of its Ein Soph own creed, it has a finite aspect because it is being derived from the Ein Soph. Unto this first spiritual emanation of the Ein Soph, the Kabbalah gives the name the Ineffable Ancient of Days, who is the being of our being, the Father-Mother within us. The Ein Soph, not being able to express itself in the limited physical plane, does it through its 10 Sferot, a strange evolution that not even the gods or the human beings know about, exists within the Ein Soph. Much beyond the innermost we find the Logos, much beyond the innermost we find the Logos, or the Christ. Much beyond the ineffable Ancient of Days is the Ein Soph, or the Absolute, whose exaltation is called Cosmic Day. I'm pretty sure Cosmic Day is actually a Manvantara, a simple Manvantara, because they have in brackets here Maha Manvantara, which is great cosmic. I know Maha means great, so great cosmic day. And cosmic day, they want to call it great cosmic day, Maha Manvantara, but a cosmic day is a Manvantara, and whose inhalation is called cosmic night. Again, they're saying Maha, so Maha Pralaya. I think before they referred to these terms and they just wrote Pralaya. During the cosmic night, the universe is disintegrated within the Ein Soph. Then the universe only exists in the mind of the Ein Soph and in the mind of its gods. The universe that exists in the mind of it and in the mind of them is only objective within the abstract absolute space. After the great pralaya, before the beginning of the intensive palpitation of the flaming heart of this solar system called Ors, in which we live, move, and have our being, time did not exist. Time was lying asleep within the profound bosom of the abstract absolute space. If at the end of the Maha Manvantara, the 7 basic dimensions of the universe remain reduced to a simple mathematical point which is lost as a drop of water within the great ocean, then it is evident that time ceases to exist. The worlds, human beings, animals, and plants are born, grow, age, and die. Everything that exists under the sun has a defined time. Ancient wisdom states that Brahma, the Father, the universal spirit of life, is submerged within the abstract absolute space for 7 eternities. Ancient wisdom states that Brahma, the Father, the universal spirit of life, is submerged within the abstract absolute space for 7 eternities, when the great night, that which the Hindustanis named Pralaya, or dissolution of the universe, arrives. The 7 eternities signify Evos, or totally defined, clear, and precise periods of time. It has been said unto us that a Mahakalpa, a great age or cosmic day, has the totality of... Oh my god, I can't read this. Let me convert this number here. 311,040,000,000,000 years. It is obvious that a Mahapralaya, a cosmic night, is equivalent to the same quantity of time. When the profound night for the creators of this solar system arrives, they will be absorbed within the bosom, and only a group of moons will remain, and the planets, the sun, the earth, and life with all its virginal sparks will disappear. A virginal spark corresponds to each one of us. A virginal spark corresponds to each living creature, and these sparks are absorbed within the Absolute for 7 eternities. If we observe Selene, our moon, we will see that it is a cadaver, but that it had plenty of life, oceans and volcanoes. There are other moons that rotate around Mars, Saturn, and so on, which had plenty of life in the previous cosmic day. In the previous Mahamanvantara, which was called Padma, or the Lotus of Gold, there was a humanity with 7 root races on the moon, and that humanity died. All 7 races eventually passed. The universe was sleeping within the terrible obscurity before the dawn of the Mahamanvantara. The eternal black light or absolute obscurity is converted into chaos in the beginning or in the aura of each universe. Ancient wisdom states that darkness is in itself father, mother, and light is its child. It is evident that the uncreated light has an unknown origin, absolutely unknowable to us. In no way do we exaggerate if we emphasize the idea that the origin of the uncreated light is darkness. Let us now talk about the borrowed secondary cosmic light. It is obvious that whatever its origin might be and whatever its beauty might be, it has in its depth a temporary character, or maya, illusion. It is temporary, it is illusory, it is in debt. I just added that because it's not infinite at this point. It's taken a step into creation. Therefore, the profound, ineffable darkness constitutes the eternal womb, within which the origins of light appear and disappear. It is said that the Absolute is darkness. Light emerges from darkness. The uncreated light of the Absolute emerges from the profound darkness of the great night. From this darkness that does not have light emerges the uncreated light. If we are placed in this darkness, we will see nothing but an abyss and profound darkness. But for the inhabitants of the Absolute, the Paramartha Satyas, this darkness is uncreated light, which is not created by any god or human being, and where only an inexhaustible happiness and inconceivable joy reigns. There are tremendous genii, or genii of evil, such as Belial, Baal, Moloch, and so on, who are terrible masters, and because of knowing that light emerges from darkness, they precipitated themselves into the abyss, even when they knew that they were going to devolve. Light emerges from the abyss. This is why we have to descend into the darkness in order to destroy the eye. Satan, to then snatch away this light from the darkness. The gods emerge from the abyss by means of fire, and they get lost within the Absolute. Light and darkness are 2 phenomena of the same noumenon, or nomenon, which is unknown. profound and inconceivable to the reasoning. The fact of perceiving more or less light that shines from the darkness is a matter which depends on our power of spiritual vision. The Absolute as a profound and terrible darkness for human eyes, and uncreated light for the ineffable hierarchy of the Paramartha Satyas. Quote, "What is light for us is darkness for certain insects, and the spiritual eye sees illumination where the normal eye can only see obscurity." After the Mahamanvantara, when the universe is immersed into a pralaya, when it is dissolved within its primordial element, it necessarily reposes within the profound darkness of the infinite space. It is urgent to deeply comprehend the profound mystery of the chaotic darkness. The cosmos emerges from the chaos, and light sprouts from darkness. Let us profoundly pray. It is written with words of fire in all of the sacred books of the world that the seed plot of the cosmos is the chaos. The nothingness, the chaos, is certainly, and without a doubt, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending of all worlds which live and palpitate in the unalterable infinite. The Aitareya Brahmana, a precious and magisterial lesson of the Rig Veda, has truly demonstrated until satiation the tremendous identity between the luminous ideas of Brahmans and Pythagoreans, because Brahmans and Pythagoreans are supported by mathematics. In the previously cited Hindustani volume, the light, the black fire, or abstract obscure wisdom, absolute, unconditioned, and without name, is frequently mentioned. That abstract deity, the primitive Zoroaster, or this one's spelled Zoroaster, of the Parsis, is the life-saturated nothingness. Is that God himself. In other words, the army of the voice, the verb, the great word dies when the great pralaya, the cosmic night, arrives, and is reborn terribly divine in the aurora of the divine Mahamanvantara. The absolutely radical zero and transcendental arithmetic, the abstract space and geometry, the unknowable satiety, brackets, do not confuse it with deity, which is different, is not born, nor dies, nor reincarnates. In the beginning, from this unknowable entirety, or radical zero, emanates any sidereal universe. Pythagorean monad, Gnostic father-mother, Hindu Purusha Prakriti, Egyptian Osiris Isis, dual protocosmos or Kabbalistic Adam Kadmon, the Theos Chaos of the Theogony of Hesiod, the Chaldean Uranus of fire and water, Semitic Iod Heva, Parsi Zeru Amma, unique one, Buddhist Buddhist Aunadad Ad, Ruach Elohim, or divine spirit of the Lord, floating upon the Genesiac upon the Genesiac waters of the first instant. Genesiac waters. In the profound night, only darkness alone filled the boundless all. For father, mother, and son were once more one. They were once more one. And the son had not awakened yet for the new wheel and his pilgrimage thereon. It is written with characters of unmissable fire in the book of the Great Life that at the end of the Mahamanvantara, Osiris, the father, Isis, the mother, and Horus, the divine spirit, are integrated and fused like three fires in order to make one single flame. Let us search for Osiris, Isis, and Horus within ourselves, within the unknowable profundities of our own being. It is obvious that Osiris, Isis, and Horus constitute in themselves the monad, the duad, and the triad of our internal being. Did you ever hear about Brahma? He is in himself Father, Mother, Son. In each new cosmic aurora, the universe resurrects like the phoenix bird from within its own ashes. In the dawn of each Mahamanvantara, the monad unfolds again into the duad and into the triad. At the daybreak of the new cosmic day, after the profound night, the sun, the triad, Horus, the divine spirit in each one, emanates the essence, his mystic principles, from himself into the wheel of samsara with the purpose of acquiring a diamond soul. How great is the joy of Horus when acquiring a diamond soul. Then he is absorbed within his divine mother, and she is also fused with the father, who form a unique diamond flame, a god of resplendent interior beauty. Space is filled with universes, and while some systems of worlds are emerging from the profound night, others are arriving at their sunset. Here are cradles, and far away there are sepulchres. When the aurora of the Mahamanvantara is initiated, the heterogony, unfolds into homogeneity, and the army of the voice, God, is born again in order to create anew. The universe shook with terror when the aurora of the new cosmic day was announced. Then a strange and frightful twilight emerged in the consciousness of the gods and of the human beings, and the uncreated light began to withdraw from the consciousness of them. Afterwards, the gods and the human beings wept like children before the aurora of the great cosmic day. Then the causal logos reminded the gods and human beings of their karmic debts, and the pilgrimage of the human being from one world into the other into the other began. Finally, they arrived on Earth, where they are presently living, submitted to the wheel of birth and death until they learn to live governed by the law of love. The universe emerged from within the bosom of the Absolute, and the uncreated light sank into a nostalgic sunset. Thus, this is how the gods and human beings descended within the shadows of the universe. The sacrifice was consummated, and the Kabbalah registered in its major arcanum 12. If we add the number 12 in itself, it gives us 3. 1 is the masculine principle, the fire. 2 is the feminine principle, the water, the semen. 3 is the universe, the sun. The present cosmic day is symbolized by a blue pelican, which is opening its chest with its beak in order to drink from its own bosom, from which all creation sprouted.